I had heard a lot of things about Jane Street just from various friends about how it was a group of people who were really interested in like solving super hard problems. I had no preconceived idea about Jane Street. I had never heard of it. I didn't know anything about quant.
I had done a puzzle put out by Jane Street with a friend of mine. We had a lot of fun doing the puzzle, and after submitting it, emailed with the person who created it and, learned about the internship through that route.
For the interview process, I didn't really know what to expect. I found it was more collaborative than what I'd seen before. They kind of show you a problem and you discuss it with them, what exactly are we solving? You throw some ideas out and you talk about which ones are bad and which ones are good. And you walk them through your thought process. So I think because of the vibe I got from those interviews, that is why I went with Jane Street for the summer.
I studied aerospace engineering for 4 years.
I was a computer science and mathematics major.
I studied government in college.
Most people come into the internship having no or somewhat little knowledge of finance, financial concepts, trading, how all of this works. So we spend a lot of time, in particular, trying to teach interns about very, very basic concepts. And then as the internship goes on, you start with these very fundamental building blocks and kind of build on top of them and learn more complex concepts.
Your primary contact is your mentor. This is someone working really close with you on a hard project. And hopefully also someone who cares so much about you being happy and you growing while you're here.
The relationship I had with my mentor was extremely supportive. I think I was surprised by how much time and effort he put into me and my project. He was always right there and happy to stop what he was doing and explain something to me, and very, very understanding of the fact that I'd be working on things that I've never come across before.
My mentor was very interested in the ideas I had, and the project was really interesting to him, and he would have been as excited to work on it as I was, and that was a pretty good sign.
I was working on the intersection of operations and commodities trading, where we were building out a new physical trading business. I spent about 3 weeks working on a tool that the bond desks use on the daily.
My first project was about training autoencoders, which compress order-by-order market data into quantized tokens, such that they could be used to train some model that took them as input.
I worked with the machine learning team on a solution to better manage the memory on GPUs. The code that I wrote this summer for that project is actually shipped into the production code base. There's trading systems that are using it now. It's very cool to see that.
I think the fact that it was real work really signified to me some amount of faith in my ability to be careful about hard problems and come to some sort of real conclusion.
The people here are actually all very, very modest. They all take the time to stop and listen.
It's very important to be adaptable and to be open and to be humble about the things that you don't know and very open to learning. It's completely okay to say, I don't know this. Would you be able to teach me this?
Making mistakes is a very human thing. We would be very suspicious if an intern came in, did the full internship, joined as a full-timer, was at Jane Street for many, many years and never made a mistake. We'd even question if they were even human at all. And I think that is an important point for interns to understand, that it's more about how you learn from them that defines you as a person here.
I really was excited by the fact that everyone here seems to have really insane hobbies, and I mean insane in the best possible way. I myself play the Irish fiddle, and during my interviewer literally was like, no way, I play the Irish fiddle, and then she became my mentor during the internship, and we now go play fiddle together.
The thing about the internship that got me interested in the types of problems that people were working on is the fact that they're continually engaging problems, the kinds of problems that are never fully solved, I suppose. The fact that there is always something more, one level deeper to go into the problems.
You're going to learn a lot in the internship, and at no point are you ever going to feel like you understand the full set of facts and the full set of things that you could possibly learn about, which I think is a great feeling, to be honest.
100% go for it if you're thinking about applying. It's the best decision I made. I had no idea I would be here. I 100% did not think I could make it here, but I could, and so can you. And I think it's just a really, really awesome place.